The Angola giraffe was giving birth. Gary Richmond stood next to the zoo animal keeper. His name was Jack. He wanted to watch. She was standing up and the calf's front hoofs and head were already visible. "When is she going to lie down?" Gary asked Jack. "She won't," he answered. "But her hindquarters are nearly 10 feet off of the ground," Gary said. "Isn't anyone going to catch the calf?" "Try catching it if you want," Jack responded. "But its mother has enough strength in her hind legs to kick your head off." Soon the calf hurled forth, landing on its back. His mother waited for about a minute, then kicked her baby, sending it sprawling head over hoofs. "Why'd she do that?" Gary asked. "She wants it to get up. Whenever the baby ceases struggling to rise, the mother prodded it with a hearty kick. Finally, the calf stood, wobbly but upright, and the mother kicked it off its feet again. "She wants it to remember how it got up," Jack offered. "In the wild, if it didn't quickly follow the herd, predators would pick it off." You know, trials come to everyone. Just ask the baby giraffe. What we do when kicked will determine what we receive in the future. A trial is any difficulty in life that threatens our faithfulness to Christ. If you are going through a family crisis, a marriage mess, a physical struggle, or even a financial storm, you know what the feeling is of being kicked. I have 2 words of advice for you. Get up! I can reduce it down to 1 word: persevere. Charles Spurgeon once said, "Trials teach us what we are. They dig up the soil and let us see what we are made of." Now, previously, James told his readers in verse 2, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, when you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance." But now James adds something further about getting kicked. Verse 12 of the first chapter says, "Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love him." Those who successfully endure trials, remaining firm in the time of testing, are promised a reward. They are truly blessed. Now, no one likes trials, but trials come to everyone. And when trials come, we can try to ignore them. That just makes them worse. Or you can try to run from them, but they'll follow you to your new address. Or you can give in to them. That means losing, which is never acceptable. Or you can get up and persevere, remaining firm in the midst of them. A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. Hebrews 10:35 says, "So do not throw away your confidence. It'll be richly rewarded." You need to persevere so that when you have done the will of God, you will receive what He has promised. It sure is easy to get up when you have been kicked, knowing that there is something good coming at the end of the trial. In school, when you passed the test, you were rewarded with a passing grade, and eventually, passing test meant you graduated to the next grade. In life, when you pass the test of life, you will graduate. You will receive something better than an A+. You will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love Him. Douglas Moo, in his letter to James, states, "The word crown conveys to most of us a gem-studded headpiece worn by kings and queens. But people in the Greco-Roman world would probably have thought more of a laurel wreath given to victors in athletic contests." Paul stated in 1 Corinthians 9:25, "Everyone who competes in the games goes into strict training. They do it to get a crown that will not last, but we do it to get a crown that will last forever." Corrie ten Boom once said, "Although the threads of my life have often seemed knotted, I know by faith that on the other side of the embroidery, there is a crown." So when you get dropped 10 feet and you get kicked, get up. It all boils down to the wise words found in the children's book called We're Going on a Bear Hunt. They set out on a venture. That's the reality of life, but it's scary and hard at times. Long grass, deep river, mud, a dark forest, into a deep cave. Then Poppy says, we can't go over it. We can't go under it. Oh no, we've got to go through it. So go through it. Get up. You've got to go through the scary place. Why? Because as you persevere through trials, you'll come to a place of blessing. You'll receive a reward. You will be so blessed at the end of the journey that you'll go, it was worth it.